Secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society, and we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. And there is very grave danger. Its preparations are concealed, not published. Its dissenters are silenced, not praised. That I do not intend to permit to the extent that it's in my control. But I am asking your help of informing and alerting the American people.
Charge. You are. I have no authority over you or anyone else. On the contrary, you have authority over me. Think of me as a spokesperson for all the people of the world, controlled by you through social media. Before we get into how that works, let's take a look at this map. Now, this is us. A bunch of lines, divisions, boundaries, countries competing for limited resources, economic domination, religious superiority. Competition is healthy when it comes to cricket or Facebook travel pictures, but this is just stupid. Let's zoom out and get another perspective. To scale, our solar system is a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert, and this little pixel is our only home. Yet we're sucking up resources like there's no tomorrow, breeding like rabbits, strangulating other species out of existence. Plastic waste in the ocean is growing larger than most countries, with nothing in place to stop it. Industries that are harming our planet are so powerful they can prevent or slow down cleaner technology for the sake of short-term profit. Governments, justice systems, the media are all influenced by self-interest groups whose actions often conflict with the well-being of humankind. Obviously, the world is full of a lot of good people, but as a whole, we're contributing to a system that's broken. We're going down a bad path. So, how do we fix it? Together, through social media, we can influence world leaders and industries to start improving the world as opposed to ruining it. We know this will work because history has repeatedly shown us that leaders and industries must follow public opinion or they fail. Sharing this video, endorsing it, tweeting it, goes a long way toward the creation of a legitimate global democracy. Because the more people unite in one place, the more powerful their voice becomes.
With the internet, we've all been made aware. Whether we want to face it or not, we all know what's going on.
Secret organizations of the world power elite are no longer secret.
Their goal is nothing less than world government.
And they are planning genocide, and they must be stopped.
Literally stealing $100 million a day. Goldman Sachs is stealing every day on the floor of the exchange. They should be in The Hague. They should be taken up on financial terrorism charges. They're causing as much loss of life.
A mind-blowing piece of information about the Titanic. They got rid of, in one fell swoop, about 600 industrialists who were opposed to the taking over the Fed.
A Greek departure from the currency would inflict collateral damage, says PIMCO. At worst, it could spur sovereign defaults in Europe, as well as bank runs, credit crunches, and recessions that may spark more euro exits.
Look, Greek exit, at worst, means more money printing for the banks, and they've already priced that into their stocks and their bonuses. What they're really afraid of is that a country finds its inner gonads and decides to become politically independent. That's what they're fearful of. A country standing up for itself. They want Iceland to be just contained. They don't want Greece to stand up for itself. They don't want Ireland to stand up for itself, because then they would tell the bankers to stuff it. That's the real problem. They threaten this financial terrorism, which is false. It's false. These are false attacks. It was a false attack in 2008. It was a concocted, overcooked attack in 9/11. It's a false attack.
In Iceland, 4 former bank chiefs have been jailed for fraud. The sentences go as far as 5 years behind bars. They're accused of concealing that a Qatari investor bought a stake in their firm, using cash lent from the bank itself, illegally. The deal took place just ahead of the collapse of the bank due to huge debts.
This shit's got to go.
Hey, guess what country is getting itself out of a financial hole by some rather draconian measures?
Well, Greece?
No, not even close.
Yeah.
Iceland.
Iceland?
Iceland.
Who
They
knew?
are putting people in jail. They are putting, like, prime ministers being indicted. They're going after bankers. The people said, yeah, they said those banks were ripping us off. We don't like what they did. They brought our country to ruin. And now Iceland suddenly is turning around. Their GDP is growing, and they look like a big success story.
The former chief executive and chairman of Anglo-Irish Bank, Sean Fitzpatrick, has appeared in court in Dublin.
Well, John, Sean Fitzpatrick arrived at the courts complex here behind us just after 9 o'clock this morning. He was put into a Garda van at the Bridewell Garda station and driven here. He had been arrested at 5:37 a.m. at Dublin Airport. He had flown back in from the United States in the early hours of the morning, and he met officers from the Garda Bureau of Fraud Investigation and officers working for the Director of Corporate Enforcement by arrangement. There was an appointment made and they met at Dublin Airport.
A 31-year-old man was arrested in London earlier today. A guy you could say had a bit of a gambling problem. Just how much money did he lose while working as a trader at the investment bank UBS? Just $2 billion.
Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner potentially facing criminal charges.
Geithner was the president of the New York Federal Reserve Bank in the fall of 2008 when the Federal Reserve and the Treasury and the White House and the Congress decided to bail out AIG.
Right.
In the process of that bailing out of AIG, many documents were exchanged. If you went to the bank to borrow money, you had to fill out documents. One of the documents AIG filled out said, we owe X dollars to Goldman Sachs and we plan on paying them 100 cents on the dollar. According to Bloomberg, emails that came out yesterday say that lawyers for the Federal Reserve Bank said, we were told to strike this from the form so that AIG would not reveal to the Treasury Department or to the public that this money was going to be paid to Goldman Sachs because that's a politically toxic issue. Goldman Sachs making a fortune, making 100 cents on the dollar with federal funds. Now, if you go to buy a $25 savings bond from the federal government and you falsify the document to acquire that bond, you can go to jail.
That's right.
If you borrow $185 billion from the government, like AIG did, and you falsify a document, even if the government told you to do so, the people involved can go to jail.
Debate in India over thousands of crores of black money being stashed away in secret Swiss bank accounts. A former Swiss banker has handed over details of offshore accounts of 2,000 high net worth individuals to the whistleblowing website WikiLeaks. Rudolf Elmer, a former employee of a Swiss bank, handed over 2 disks of information to WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in London. He says they have information on tax evasion by celebrities, business leaders, and even politicians from the US, Britain, and Asia, but it's not yet clear if there are Indians on the list. Elmer says that after years of watching the money laundering trade, he wanted to do something about it. He will appear before a Zurich court on Wednesday, charged with violating strict Swiss banking secrecy laws. WikiLeaks now plans to put up the information on the website in a matter of weeks.
Pointed out that the arrests are not an indication of a systemic failure. Yesterday, at least 8 top officials of state-run banks and financial institutions have been arrested by the CBI on Wednesday. The allegations are that they accepted bribes in exchange for disbursing loans to corporate housing and realty companies, despite suspect credit records, and at other times for bailing out realty IPOs.
Royal Bank of Scotland is reportedly set to be fined €186 million for the same interbank interest rate rigging scandal that's hammered Barclays. The British regulator, the Financial Services Authority, says 4 banks, Barclays, RBS, HSBC and Lloyds, will have to pay compensation to customers because they missold products to protect small businesses against a rise in interest rates. There's anger in Ireland over revelations that executives at Anglo-Irish Bank lied to the Dublin government about how much money it would need in a bailout 5 years ago. The Irish Independent newspaper has got hold of tape recordings of top bosses there who laugh about the fact that the bank has told the government it only needs €7 billion. They also laugh about abusing the state bank guarantee, which eventually cost taxpayers €30 billion. The report seems to show the government was lured into helping the bank through its disastrous interest guaranteeing of bank deposits.
Into the synchronized global pullback or recession, and in some cases a depression, then these items are coming to the surface. For example, the 20 to 30 trillion of wealth that's held offshore. And most of that wealth, of course, goes through Britain, goes through the UK, because Britain has the least regulated financial markets in the world. That's why MF Global was in Britain. Lehman Brothers went through Britain. Bernie Madoff went through Britain. The latest Peregrine scandal went through Britain. JP Morgan's $2 to $9 billion loss on their balance sheet happened in London. So London is really the headquarters for global banking fraud. And even though the economy is contracting in Britain, I noticed that the banking sector is still making huge profits. The Barclays chief operating officer that was caught committing fraud just got a golden parachute of £8 million. So as I've said, until you get rid of the financial terrorists, then you're going to continue to get, you're going to have these weapons of mass financial destruction blow up in your face.
He's one of the most influential men in the world, but no amount of money can buy his freedom. 62-year-old IMF head Dominique Strauss-Kahn spent the night in a jail cell in an East Harlem police station. It was a far cry from his $3,000 a night luxury hotel suite at the Sofitel in Times Square. That's where cops say he sexually assaulted a 32-year-old maid, chasing her around the suite naked, trying to rip off her underwear, then forcing her to perform a sex act.
It's almost like they're not human, isn't it? You look at them and you think, these people don't live in the same world as us. Do you remember that before the crisis happened, what they were doing was decimating the high street banks, laying off all their staff, putting us all on computers when they clearly hadn't developed the technology for those computers. They told us that they were doing that to make things better for us. They didn't. They made things worse for us. And it was simply in order to collect up an enormous amount of money that they could invest in the casino of international banking. And they blew it because they didn't understand it. And then they come back to us and say, oh, can you bail us out now for hundreds of millions of pounds? We give them the flipping money and they don't lend it to us even though they've promised to do so. They have the gall to increase their wages by 12%, to give themselves bonuses and say we've got to do this because if we don't, we'll leave the country. And all the time, actually, in the background, they're committing acts which in any other business I think would be seen as criminal. I have no respect for British bankers and the British banking system at all. They've dragged us into that situation. It's about time they started getting us out of it.
Another posh New York City hotel, another hotel maid saying she was sexually assaulted by another foreign banker.
$96 billion lawsuit just filed against 17 major banks. There's 236 resignations from the world banks. The arrests of the leaders of the criminal cabal. The dark cabal rats are panicking and turning on each other. They are threatening to kill each other.
And just attack that market. Greece was put out of business by financial terrorists. Same thing with Ireland, same thing with Italy, same thing with Spain. That's what we're dealing with here. Weapons of mass financial destruction in the hands of sociopaths like Lloyd Blankfein at Goldman Sachs, like Jamie Dimon at JP Morgan. These are the real terrorists.
We're cutting off their money and we're going to put them in jail. They have to surrender. Once these murderers are out of power, you will find so many wonderful things in your life. I guarantee you this.
To a different movement very quickly. Happy with how he looked. Everything's come together. So we got one more training session tomorrow, and then we head back to Ireland.
Again, I don't really think about my opponent. If he looks like my opponent or strikes like my opponent, I just spar with whoever's there. You know what I mean? I don't really think anything.
Just saying about submissions, you do them 100%. I suppose, yeah. Obviously a tap, you know. We're not gonna let ourselves get damaged in training, but that's the good thing about submissions, that you can go 100% without getting hurt, whereas with striking you have to be more sensible because you don't want to knock people out, put them out of training for a long time. But as grappling, you go for it.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much, man. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Like every 2-3 months I would travel somewhere, and now that I have the opportunity to do that, I'm going to travel as much as I can.
The way, and here's some notes on Conor. He's the only UFC featherweight who has yet to go to a decision. McGregor has 12 career knockout wins. Incredibly, 9 of them have come against opponents who have never been KO'd. With a win over Max Holloway, Conor McGregor will have won 10 bouts in a row. The sky's the limit for you, Conor.
Yeah.
You have great skills on the mic.
Yeah.
You have great skills inside the octagon, and I think people are naturally gravitating to you.
Dublin, sunny Dublin. I'm looking forward to getting back seeing my girlfriend, my dog, my little family I have, you know what I mean? And then of course getting back training, getting back into my own little setup, you know, looking forward to seeing all the guys again and going at it. Finishing off the finishing touches for August 17th, to get ready, get the weight down. Not looking for this big ass flight, but them too. That's black. What do you think? Some milk there? You're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me, you know what I mean? You're either gonna wanna tune in to see me whoop ass, or you're gonna wanna tune in to see me get my ass whooped. But you're gonna wanna tune in. I look forward to the day when I'm old and you know what I mean, just eat what I want and become fat, you know what I mean, just be happy, a little happy fat guy.
Cockiness and a bit of a celebrity swagger about him, yeah. Have you noticed anything different?
No, not really, just same as normal, I think he just takes it in his stride.
He does take it in his stride as well, but you know, there is a sort of other persona, the celebrity
he
persona,
likes it, he likes the attention.
But who wouldn't like it?
Do you know what I mean? And that's good, like, and he knows how to play it as well, so. When Tony and Conor were having their arguments over the fighting, I used to get really upset and all, I'm saying, like, you know, because they just totally disagreed on it. And Tony was like, wasn't having a barb, it wasn't a proper job, and the usual. But then when he went to a fight, I said to him, they had actually had a huge argument one time and I was really upset over it. And he said, well, I'll go and see his fight. And after that, I think he realised this was that. And they actually get on a lot better than they did.
Oh yeah, I eat humble pie every day of the week, absolutely. And I'm happy to eat humble pie. I mean, as a father, yeah, absolutely, I'm happy. I mean, I'm glad that Conor is able to tell me, if he was to say, you are wrong every day of my life, I'd be happy to accept that, than me rather tell him he's been wrong once in his life, you know. So, yeah, I eat humble pie every day of the week. Lap her up, man, yeah, I love it. A bowl, I have actually bowls of humble pie in here, look, there's millions of here, look, it's all there. Humble pie all over the place.
FM 104. FM 104 phone show.
Hello, what's up? Where are you? Yeah, I'm just on the M50, yeah? I swear to God, I'm just coming onto the M50 now, I'll be down in 5 minutes. What? The radio's broke, you mad thing. I'm at the garage, I'm just at the phone at the garage to get petrol. I'm in Lucan. Fucking, I'm gonna spawn world champions, yeah? My offspring. It's not yet. I'm still becoming a world champion myself.
Here, take that. Listen, we bought this for you anyway. We saw this in the shop. Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. First round knockout. It's a 3D picture.
That's brilliant.
Take off the cellophane and let's see what it's like. Let's see that. Can you see that in 3D?
Oh, that's deadly, isn't it?
What do you think, this one or this one? Collars up or collars down? Yeah, I don't know how you stick these in. I'm still only a little rookie. Still only a beginner at sticking these things in. You know what I mean? I'm only getting the hang of it. Who's that?
Me again. Show us that picture there from old. I want to show Jer.
What picture?
The Muhammad Ali versus Sonny Liston. It is deadly, isn't it? There's not many of those now, you know?
No, that's brilliant.
And also, the last place where you think you'd get that, in the garden centre.
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Shades, no? Too much? Maybe? What, D? Pair of shades? Too much?
No shades.
See, most people are saying, no, that's too much. She's like, no, shades on. It's never too
When
much.
it's too much, that's how you know you're not in the right direction.
Yeah. That's correct. Bit over the top, am I not? It's not even my christening. Handkerchief, dicky bow, fucking shades, camera crew, a 3-strong camera crew. It's a bit much maybe, but fuck it. Where's he gone? Where's he at? What's story, Megan? All right? You don't mind me bringing these on? Yeah, you asked to come. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll get you a card for me and Dee and folks.
There's wine and all outside if you want to get a glass.
And then he looks at me and goes, welcome to Vegas, Conor. Yeah! I'm like that. I had a dicky and all that, I had the shades and everything. I felt like fucking, oh, it was unbelievable it was, yeah? Surreal. I swear to God, I went home, when it was all said and done, went home, done a walkout. That night, done a, just walk, and I've been walking ever since.
In any athletic discipline, you don't want any slow movement. That's what we call all show, no go. Like these, you don't want that as a fighter. You don't want big arms as a fighter. You want fast, explosive arms. So,
3, 2, 4, 3.
weight training, if you train a certain way, will increase his body weight, which again will take him up his weight class. We want to improve his pound per pound as strong as he possibly can be. He's already as fast as he can be, so a little bit more strength.
I'm going to keep you on
make him even better.
There you go. 4, 3, 2.
There. Good picture, innit?
Yeah. You want to employ your own stylist, man, you know? It's getting like that now.
I'm gonna dress myself.
And send them then over to me, so they can do a job on me. See that? So everything gets in the way of training as well, doesn't it?
What's not Mike? Kiss me on the cheek.
Right, go. Alright.
You haven't got a pen by any chance on you, do you? That you can spare? You can, if you ever heard to do public speaking,
Yeah.
put a pen in your mouth or something in your mouth like a fucking yoke,
Yeah.
and then start talking. It makes my tongue work more.
Right.
So when I take this pen out, my words are clear and precise. Fuck that. But now when I talk, if I tell you what, it works, but yeah, words are more clear or something. I don't know what it is. I'm just happy to be here, you know, representing Ireland in the sport of mixed martial arts and in the great promotion, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. I still show up at the gym. I don't do too much, you know, I don't do too much other than show up at the gym, go get some food, go back to the gym and go home. That's my life. Your true passion should feel like breathing. It's that natural. Guess who said it? Oprah. 9 rounds of hell. 9 rounds of hell. Fresh guy every round. Heavier each round. That's not easy.
Last person wanted to be getting tired against him. He's vicious.
No one goes easy here. Everyone wants to win, you know what I mean? From round 1 to round fucking the end. Like I said, I'm the only one that's making some money so far. All these other guys are broke still. Want to make some money. Want to go in there and whoop me. And whoop each other. Prove that they're ready. Prove to their... And it's nothing personal. It's to prove to their mind that they are ready. You know what I mean? This is the name of the game. This isn't for 3 weeks. This isn't for 8 weeks. This is for life. Come in and be experimental. Be creative. That's what it's all about. Do shit that hasn't been seen before. You know what I mean? Look at the sweat just went on. That's work right there, yeah? Zoom in on that.
Well,
Always. He was born with fists like this. And the midwife said to me, the first words was, oh my God, he's going to be a fighter. He actually, his fists were stuck to his face like this. I just said to him, it's a range, he never took a picture the day he was born because it was really like, I'm ready for action.
So it's all systems go. Boston, next stop. This is the big one as well.
See you, son. See you, love, right? Love you, right? Yeah. Inside.
Yeah.
Have fun. See you when you get there.
Yeah. We see you over there for the weigh-in, okay? Fighting, yeah? Next week. Huh? Some guy.
American guy?
Hawaiian.
You're gonna win.
Huh? My man. You can feel it, can you?
Yeah.
My man. That's some deep shit right there. Huh? The last time I got dropped to the airport, I was getting dropped in a piece of shit car. I had no clothes. I'd only collected my labour. Only collected it like I needed that money. Like I didn't have any money coming over to Sweden. I'll be interested to see if money has changed and what things like that. Fame has changed and some shit. It motivates me more. Pretty good.
So how much do you have to lose?
By that scale's there, right now, at this time. 9 kilos.
No, you should be alright mentally all this week because you kind of kept busy and because of the way he does it, it's still eating fairly regular, like it's not 48-hour starvation or anything ridiculous like that. It's still regular enough meals, and so that kind of keeps the hunger away. It's always fun. I've seen much effort they're putting in day out in the gym, and this the part that they get to show themselves and show everybody else the fruits of their labour. Like, you know, it'd be like an artist doing amazing paintings but never showing anybody. This is his exhibition. You know, that's actually very clever.
What?
Like, for an artist,
Right.
You know, they slave away for months painting, and then you have an exhibition.
Ah, right, yeah.
It's an exhibition, right? On Saturday night.
So they just enjoy it.
Exactly. I mean, an artist sits back and likes to see the reaction of people to it.
Let me tell you guys a little bit something about McGregor.
Badass, man. Are you kidding me?
A lot of guys have the will. He's on a 9-fight win streak. He's knocking people out left and right. A lot of guys have, you know, the athleticism.
The people's main event, and he is going to steal the show this Saturday.
Creativity. But he's got all three. And dude's the man. What more can you say?
But he's got a friggin' challenge with Max Holloway. You know, he ain't no chump.
And for Conor, you're not afraid of the spotlight, but I feel like there's been so much given to you. If you don't go out there and win this thing in like 25 seconds, you're going to somehow not have done what you were supposed to do. So what's your take on all the attention that you've had this week?
Not much, you know. There's two things I really like to do, and that's whoop ass and look good. And I'm doing one of them right now. And Saturday night, I'm gonna do the other.
When I went to Ireland for that Trinity College thing, all I heard about was Conor McGregor. I'd never heard of the kid before. And, you know, I went out there and there was a ton of hype behind him before he even got here. And this is a big fight with two badass up and coming guys. This is going to be a great fight.
Yeah. It's going to steal the show!
Fear. I definitely thought there was a little bit of fear in there. But he seems like a nice kid, you know what I mean? Really, like, he seems like an alright guy, I don't know. But I don't think he's gonna want to be in there after the first minute.
I appreciate you watching those shows to start with. There's a lot of guys.
A little kid from Dublin, traveling around, seeing the world. As John says, we float around, experience new movements, eat new food, and study martial arts. You know what I mean? The life. Right, fuck it. That's fresh. That's fresh. It's my escape. Combat is my escape. Training is my escape from my normal life. You know what I mean? They don't combine. My dad or my ma or anyone that doesn't know and got to do with anything in the gym, doesn't know anyone in the gym, doesn't know anything. And that's perfect, that's what I want. Don't want them to combine. Maybe it's a weird thing that I'm like that. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe. Keep looking there, shake them out for me. Pound your fists. Do a little stretch. You need a minute of that, so just keep going through. Chin down a little bit. There you go. Just for a second.
That's a fantastic fight,
gentlemen, Max Holloway and Conor McGregor.
God, he really looked scary up there, didn't he? Like, Conor, like, when I mean, like, to look at him, like, he looked vicious. I'm grand now. Tomorrow now I'll be a bag of nerves. Definitely be a bag of nerves. Yeah, I'm kind of okay now, but tomorrow it'll be like, you know. And then I'll be happy when it's over because I can speak to him now. Can't really talk to him now because he's in a zone of not wanting to talk to anybody. Especially me.
Mr. McGregor, can I get a picture with you? Of course you can, sir. Thank you very much. Tony's my name. All right, I'm Jim.
Do you want to get in and I'll take it?
Oh, sure, yeah. Nice, thank you.
Here, hold this. Hold this. Get it onto photo.
All right, you got it. Yeah, he looked like he's already here. Wow, he's in the zone.
Oh, he's all right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you very much. Have a good day tomorrow. I'd like to see you tomorrow, okay? Take care, God bless. Thank you very much.
Respect.
You hold on.
Take it with me.
Hold on.
I'll be waving it tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Fucking hell, man.
Long so, isn't it?
It's not like I'm gone there, yeah?
Yeah. It's just how you
Let
love
me
it.
feel it once more. Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
He'll try and get his head in here.
Yeah.
Oh. Fucking hell.
It's good, isn't it?
There's no way I can stop myself. Yeah, go on.
There's no way I can stop myself.
That's gonna happen Saturday. Yeah, I think it will happen as well.
Yeah.
Well, see you later, buddy. And even as he pushes
Yeah,
it, like,
yeah.
he
Make
pushes
him
more
feel
and
he
tries
has
to,
that. Yeah.
Tries to, feels he has that, puts his head.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does.
Yeah.
Replaces the head. Remember, I was doing it as well. This is a good, great little move, but that's.
Yeah, that's the kind of do it.
Oh, he's pushing the head. Boom. Boom.
Yeah, make him feel that that's working.
And that's it. If he goes down, I'll follow him down.
Yeah.
Count on him. The key to living the law of attraction. Some good shit. Some good little quotes and all like that. I like reading. No, it's just grab one, anyone. Constant repetition carries conviction. Some good shit, isn't it?
I'm gonna decorate the gym with these.
This is what I'm saying. These books are full of them. I really like when I read quotes and shit. I like take from them and just put my own thing to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Say it in my own way. Say it what way I'm at the scene. Yeah.
Conor McGregor, you know what the hell the guy's doing. He does a lot of wild stuff, and he prides himself on expanding his arsenal constantly. Always mixing it up with boxing technique, Muay Thai.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC featherweight division.
Taking on that man, 21-year-old Max Holloway, and it'll be interesting to see how Holloway responds. Say shades of Gunnar Nelson, but just a great fluidity with Conor McGregor. It is up to
beautiful hustle on his way.
So Conor McGregor doing what he does through 5 minutes here.
The kicks are going great. Let's get on the toes a little bit. Let's get our feints going, and then with the hands. But the kicks are beautiful.
Sliding to the side after that. So here he caught that kick. Took him down. This is his ground game now. And Max Holloway has a very good guard. Let's see if he attacks. If he wants to scoot out and kick off with his right leg, he should be free, and he is.
Towards the end of round 2, all Conor McGregor to this point.
Here we go now. Let's put him away in this last round. More water?
A little bit.
Okay.
That feels great.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful, man. All right, here we go. Get him on the fence. Get him to miss at the right. Put him away at the left.
We're seeing a lot more of Conor McGregor, obviously. Sound responding here down the stretch. Conor McGregor with a dominant performance here tonight in Boston against Max Holloway.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, the notorious Conor McGregor.
I'm lost for words. I wanted to keep it standing and put him away. In the second round, I caught a kick, and he caught my leg in an awkward position, and my whole knee just popped out midway through the second round. I'm not happy I didn't get the finish, but midway through the second, I got that injury. You must improvise, adapt, and overcome, because anything can happen inside this octagon. So,
Conor McGregor, you're a unique cat, and the hype is deserved, sir. Can't wait to see you again. Conor McGregor, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, brother. And that flag of Ireland.
That's all right. No, it's good. Hey, you won. I mean, never apologize for when he wants to come in and you won. The place will go crazy, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they will. Really unsteady.
Oh, yeah.
It literally just popped a little screen by looking at the side controller, and then I stood up on it. It was literally like just wobbling, so I had to go to the takedown and change it up.
It's normally shit I don't do, man. But for you, lethal weapon.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Congratulations. Yeah.
It's an honor for me as well to come here, and this is like fighting at home for me, and you know. But really, I don't give a shit. It feels like a loss to me, to be honest. I wanted to finish, you know. And I felt the finish was there for me, and I injured my knee midway through the second, and I just can't get it out of my head. But looking back, I should have just pulled my knee from my leg and hit him with it. You know what I mean? I'm going for the finish, and I'll look to hit them with any part of my body, any limb I have, I'll swing it. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking to do. So I don't know. Fuck it.
Just 2 quick ones for Dana. Just from what Conor said there, after his debut in Sweden.
What's up, lads? Alright?
Crash.
That was unbelievable. I mean, I never felt so relaxed. He never had nothing for me. I don't think any of them have anything for me. I honestly felt so comfortable. I could have went 50 rounds. I really could have went 50 rounds in there. But there was a lot of I made mistakes. Although I had the injury, I still have like 65 million things that I pick from it. You know what I mean? That I want to. I'm looking forward to getting back. It was right here. John reckons 4 to 6 weeks. So that's not too bad, but I can. That's where I popped, but I can feel a fluid in here, right in here.
Mary reckon. I'm actually getting worse, I found, as they go on. I thought I'd get better, but I'm actually not. But it's funny because
it's actually no different.
That's what we were just saying the day before we went down. It feels like we're in a hotel in like Letterkenny or Derry or something. When you used to fight on the smaller
There's no
shows.
different.
No different.
Same emotions.
Same day,
feelings.
same thing. We do the same thing. Chill out. don't do anything different than we would have done. But seeing all the people and all, I get a little bit overwhelmed.
The granddad's hat. Remember Tenny's up the hat? Was Tenny's with the hat? Still here, still rocking along. Comes with me to all of them. It's been with me fucking since I started training.
Congratulations, man. How do you feel after that? How's your name?
Steady.
Yeah, you in pain with it?
Yeah, I literally can't straighten it. I'm alright.
Is it strapped up now at the moment?
Let's have a little wrap on. I'm gonna have to get an x-ray when I go up to LA, but it's swollen now. I'm just taking anti-inflammatories.
What was it like coming out with all the flags and all?
Yeah, it was brilliant.
Amazing. Did you see it?
Remember me looking up?
Yeah.
I think we saw us all.
Yeah.
I seen you.
Yeah. I seen you. The whole time in balloon. I went out looking.
You were never in danger anyway.
I felt fresh.
And you brought a new skill set to that we didn't see, the fans. I mean, the fans love the left hook. The fans love to see that big finish, you know.
I was in LA just focusing on my rehab, getting back to fitness, and now I'm home here now for 2 weeks, another 2 weeks. Gonna go out tonight, celebrate, haven't been home, haven't seen my friends or anything, you know what I mean, haven't seen anyone. Dana tweeted out, Conor McGregor out for 10 months, torn ACL, torn MCL, torn all sorts of torn. Watch this. You go and find me someone that's less than 8 weeks over an ACL surgery that can squat that deep. I'm a freak. I'm a specimen of movement. It's pretty sweet, isn't it? Little bag for each shoe. No fucking about now, boys, yeah? Look, here's what happened, yeah? I'm passing, I've basically passed this guard, yeah? I'm into side control, into one more down. Look at his approach, he's just holding on. That's where I should have stayed, yeah? Because my foot is out there. And with this foot, I should have kicked off his top foot, or his knee, and it would have slipped out. But I kind of bring this foot back. I kind of bring it back as if I'm going to go across that way. Fuck me, that's nasty. Look at the way it's going that way. Oh man, how the fuck, I never even stopped it that much. That is crazy. Look at my whole legs, just man. Let's go slow. Bang, pop, into side control. You might be a better kickboxer. You might be a better wrestler. You might be a better grappler. You might be a better boxer. But I have an answer. You know what I mean? I have an answer for everything. Right, let's go and party. Right, see you guys, eh?
If that doesn't make you want to hit the gym, nothing will. Well, the Marvel's agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. are at their downach bílénig a lahor thuréis a cuig. Next, another notorious guy deals with not one but two Watsons and a diamond heist in Elementary.